Dark as the night sky and eyes that gleamed with wisdom, Midnight soared above the canopy, his wings slicing through the air like a silent prayer. But beneath his magnificent exterior lay a heart heavy with sorrow. Once, Midnight's wings had been filled with the joy of flight and the song of freedom. But tragedy had struck, stealing away his mate, Luna, leaving him alone in a world that suddenly seemed dimmer, colder. Grief wrapped around him like a suffocating shroud, and the once proud raven found himself unable to muster the strength to take flight. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, yet Midnight remained perched upon the same gnarled branch, his eyes fixed upon the horizon, longing for a glimmer of hope to pierce the darkness that engulfed him. But just when it seemed that all light had faded from Midnight's world, a gentle breeze stirred the leaves, carrying with it the melodious voice of a wise old owl. "Ah," Midnight the owl hooted softly, "I have watched you languish in sorrow for too long. Do you not see? The night may be dark, but it is also filled with endless possibilities." Midnight, he cocked his head, curiosity sparking within him, despite the heavy weight of his grief. "What do you mean?" he croaked, his voice hoarse from disuse. The owl's eyes gleamed with compassion as he recounted a tale of resilience and renewal, of how even the darkest nights could give birth to the brightest stars. "You see, Midnight," the owl continued, "within every shadow lies the promise of dawn. Luna may have left this world, but her spirit lives on within you. Embrace the memories you shared, for they are the stars that will guide you through the darkness." With each word, Midnight felt a flicker of hope ignite within him, a spark of determination to rise from the ashes of despair and reclaim the sky that had once been his home. And so, with wings trembling but heart steadfast, Midnight unfurled his feathers and took to the air once more. The wind caressed his feathers, lifting him higher and higher until he soared among the stars, his sorrow transformed into strength, his grief into gratitude for the love he had known. From that day forth, Midnight became a beacon of resilience, a testament to the power of the human spirit to rise above even the deepest sorrows. And whenever darkness threatened to overwhelm him, he would remember the wise words of the owl and take solace in the knowledge that within every night there lies the promise of a new dawn. So whenever you feel sad, remember the tale of Midnight the raven, and let his story be a reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, there is always light to be found for those who are willing to seek it. Midnight blinked, startled by the sudden interruption of his silent reverie. He turned his head to gaze upon the wise old owl perched nearby, its feathers ruffled by the evening breeze. The owl's eyes, bright and knowing, seemed to pierce through the darkness that clouded Midnight's thoughts. "Why do you cling to your sorrow like a cloak?" my friend the owl continued, its voice gentle yet firm. "Do you not see the beauty that still surrounds you, even in the depths of despair?" Midnight felt a pang in his heart at the owl's words, a flicker of defiance rising within him. "How can you speak of beauty?" he croaked, his voice thick with emotion, "when all I see is darkness? Luna is gone, and with her, the light that once illuminated my world." The owl's gaze softened, filled with a compassion that reached deep into Midnight's soul. "Yes, Luna is gone," the owl conceded, "but her spirit lives on within you. Do not let her memory become a burden that weighs you down. Instead, let it be a beacon of light that guides you through the shadows." Midnight lowered his gaze, the weight of his grief heavy upon his shoulders. But beneath the darkness that threatened to consume him, a glimmer of hope began to stir. Perhaps the owl was right. Perhaps there was still beauty to be found, even in the midst of his pain. And so, with a newfound determination burning within him, Midnight spread his wings and took to the air once more. The night sky stretched out before him, vast and infinite, filled with endless possibilities. As he soared among the stars, the weight of his sorrow began to lift, replaced by a sense of purpose and renewed vitality. For though Luna may have left this world, her love lived on within him, a guiding light that would lead him through even the darkest of nights. And so whenever Midnight felt himself slipping into despair, He would remember the wise words of the owl and take solace in the knowledge that within every shadow there lies the promise of dawn. The owl's words echoed in Midnight's mind as he soared through the night sky, his wings slicing through the cool air with renewed vigor. In the darkness, he could almost feel Luna's presence, her gentle touch guiding him onward. As Midnight flew, he allowed himself to embrace the memories of Luna, allowing her love to wash over him like a warm embrace. He remembered the way her feathers had shimmered in the moonlight, the melody of her song that had filled the forest with joy. With each beat of his wings, Midnight felt the weight of his sorrow begin to lift, replaced by a sense of peace and acceptance. Luna may have left this world, but her spirit lived on within him, a constant reminder of the love they had shared. And so, as Midnight soared through the night, he carried Luna with him in his heart, her light shining bright even in the darkest of hours. For though she may have flown beyond the horizon, her love would forever guide him through the trials and tribulations of life. Whenever he felt lost or alone, Midnight would simply close his eyes and listen for the gentle whisper of Luna's voice, reminding him that no matter how far apart they may be, they would always be connected by the bond of love that transcended even death itself. The owl regarded Midnight with a solemn yet gentle gaze, as if weighing each word before it was spoken. "What I mean, dear Midnight," the owl began, "is that though Luna may no longer be physically present, her essence, her love, her spirit, lives on within you." Midnight blinked, his heart stirring with a mixture of confusion and longing. "But how can that be?" he questioned, his voice barely more than a whisper. "She's gone, lost to me forever." The owl hooted softly, a sound filled with understanding. "Yes, she may be gone from this world," the owl acknowledged, "but the imprint she left upon your heart, upon your soul, will endure for eternity. Every memory, every moment you shared, they are woven into the very fabric of your being." As the owl spoke, Midnight felt a glimmer of hope flicker within him, like a single flame struggling to ignite in the darkness. Could it be true? Could Luna's presence truly live on within him, despite her absence? The owl seemed to sense his inner turmoil, offering a reassuring nod. "Embrace those memories," Midnight the owl urged gently. "Let them be a source of comfort and strength in your darkest hours. For though you may feel alone, you are never truly without Luna. She is with you, always." With each word, Midnight felt the weight of his grief begins to ease, replaced by a newfound sense of peace. Perhaps the owl was right. Perhaps Luna's spirit did live on within him, a guiding light to lead him through the darkness. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose, Midnight spread his wings and took to the sky once more, the memory of Luna's love propelling him forward. For though she may have left this world, her spirit would forever remain by his side, a beacon of hope in even the darkest of nights. The owl's wisdom, like a gentle breeze, swept away the cobwebs of doubt that had clouded Midnight's mind. He remembered the countless nights spent soaring through the starlit heavens, the rush of wind beneath his wings, and the thrill of freedom that had once filled his heart. As the memories flooded back, Midnight felt a renewed sense of purpose coursing through his veins. No longer would he allow himself to be shackled by grief. No longer would he remain grounded, tethered to the pain of the past. With a mighty flap of his wings, Midnight launched himself into the air, his movements strong and sure. The darkness that had once enveloped him now seemed to recede, pushed back by the light of his newfound resolve. Higher and higher he climbed, until he was once again among the stars, his feathers catching the moonlight as he danced through the night sky. In that moment, Midnight knew that he was free, free to embrace the beauty of the world around him, free to honor the memory of Luna in every beat of his wings. And as he soared, he felt a sense of peace settle over him, like a warm blanket on a cold winter's night. For though the road ahead would surely be filled with challenges and obstacles, Midnight knew that he was no longer alone. With Luna's spirit as his guide, he was ready to face whatever lay ahead, his heart filled with hope and his soul ablaze with the fire of determination. And so whenever darkness threatened to overwhelm him, Midnight would remember the flicker of hope that had ignited within him that fateful night, and he would draw strength from it, knowing that no matter how far he fell, he would always find the courage to rise again. Number 1. Resilience in the face of adversity. Midnight's story teaches us the importance of resilience in times of hardship. Despite facing immense sorrow and grief, Midnight finds the strength within himself to rise above his pain and reclaim his sense of purpose. Number 2. Embracing memories and love. Midnight learns to cherish the memories of his beloved Luna, understanding that though she may be physically gone, her love lives on within him. This teaches us to embrace the memories of those we have lost and to find solace in the love they left behind. Number 3. Finding hope in darkness. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope to be found. Midnight's journey reminds us that no matter how bleak our circumstances may seem, there is always a glimmer of light waiting to guide us through the darkness. For seeking guidance and support. Midnight receives guidance and support from the wise owl, who helps him see beyond his sorrow and find a path forward. This highlights the importance of seeking support from others when we are struggling and being open to the wisdom they offer. Number 5. The power of determination. Midnight's determination to overcome his grief and reclaim his joy is a testament to the power of perseverance. His story teaches us that with determination and resolve, we can overcome even the most daunting of challenges. In essence, the story of Midnight the Raven serves as a reminder that suffering is a part of the human experience, but it does not have to define us. By embracing resilience, cherishing love and memories, finding hope in the darkness, seeking support, and maintaining determination, we can navigate through even the most difficult times and emerge stronger on the other side. Thank you very much for watching the full video. See you again in another new video. Until then, thank you.